Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. I so happy it's Friday and it's the weekend coming. So whenever you're looking at this video, it'll make sense. I wanted to explain a little bit about what revelation is and it's not. You know, I got this comment and it kind of made me think, it deserves an answer, right? It really does. Because revelation is a knowing. It is like a knowing. It is like a fact, all right? And suspicion is kind of you suspect that this person or group of people or this entity is trying to harm you or hurt you or whatever. Whether that is also like, well, I follow my intuition or my, what is that other word? Premonition, sometimes we get premonition, oh, something bad is about to happen. And you do listen to that. I'm not going to disvalue, if that's a word, or put down that, because sometimes that we need to listen to our gut feeling. We need to listen to what our intuition is saying. And we have a premonition about something happening. Maybe it is, but oftentimes than not, about 90% of the time, it is only our own feelings and emotions and mind. Where it changes, whereas revelation is something that is revealed to you through a dream, for example, because you dreamt an ancestor and the ancestor spoke to you and there's something that you need to pay attention to, or by interpretation of dreams, you find out some information regarding a situation. That's a revelation. Revelation can also be if you go to a reputable, a reputable like a medium or maybe a psychic and they are very connected with the divine and being able to tell you. And here's the thing, you have to be careful with this, because when you go to consult, the person that will help you and assist you in bringing you up of the negative energy or what is binding you will not put a name or a face to the person that's doing anything. And that's the way it should be. There's a reason for that, okay? But for basic sake, I should say, then what happens is that if there is a problem, we don't care who did the problem. What we care for is two things. Number one is to remove it, and number two is to go ahead and protect ourselves from that happening again. So it doesn't matter who did it. Why do we not want to know who did it? Or why do we not want to direct it to somebody? Okay, another reason. Because the person that you may suspect or that you feel that you have a premonition about may be totally not that person. And you will be sending out negative energy towards somebody that is completely innocent, you see? So it's wasted energy on the wrong person, and so that's not the way to handle it. Number two, so when you are going to, if you suspect everything that that person, this thing, that group, this entity, you lose focus, and the focus should be on improving and bettering yourself, oneself. All right, I've been guilty. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I've been guilty because of it, because I start thinking, well, that person, and what starts happening when you allow yourself to think that this person, this entity, this group of people did something to you, that thing is going to stay in your mind. And it's going to replay and replay and replay and replay. And then you're going to get stuck. And then you're no longer focusing on bettering yourself, on becoming prosperous in your life or victorious or successful or being in alignment with your destiny path. You're not going to have that in your mind, because all you'll be thinking about is how this person did you wrong. So where is there any sense in any of that? So when divine revelation comes, it says, yes, there is a problem. And not only is it gonna leave it there, there's a problem, but it's gonna provide a solution. Whether that is a change of action because maybe our character needs to change, or whether that's by right of ritual, whatever that is for you. Or maybe it's a prayer, maybe it's a sacrifice of having to devote for 7 days or 9 days or 3 days prayer for a specific situation to be lifted from your life. And that is revelation. Revelation is a knowing there is and exists a problem, right? A suspicion and paranoia is, and I've seen it often, and I have been guilty of it. I've been both a victim of it, I can tell you, and I've been guilty of it by thinking that somebody had done me wrong that had nothing to do with what I thought. So, oops, my arm is getting tired, you all. But I wanted to share that with you because the suspicion and paranoia, I was guilty once. I belonged to this group, which will remain nameless because there's no need to bring them up or even empower them for that matter. But I used to belong to this group, and I used to defend this group, this leaders or whatever, because it was somebody that I really felt special about. You know, like when you have your spiritual, I had to because my arm is hurting, sorry. When you have, you have spiritual leaders that you really admire and you really feel like something connected and you thought, and then they accused you of something that was horrible and totally not even close to what they thought in their head. And that's such a betrayal, and that's such a hurt, and it's just an awful energy. All right? So I was a victim of something like that, and that's what's wrong with suspicion or premonition or God feeling or gossip or words that are being fed into your ear, because you may be attacking the wrong person. That's just basically it. That's what it boils down to. So that was a victim part of it. My part of it was a long time ago also, and I mean like a long time ago. There was I was working for this company, and I had a leader, and this leader, it was a senior representative, which is a leader over me or what have you, and I remember that she had this way. She looked a certain way, and she acted a certain way that didn't really jive with me at the time, right? It didn't really. I think she didn't like me. I thought she didn't like me, and maybe she didn't. I don't know. But and that's the thing. I don't know. So I thought all these things that she was totally against me and she disliked me or something. And one time, I was selected to be Employee of the Month. And I won that day. That time, the company or corporation was giving they were giving like $100 if you're selected for Employee of the Month and whatnot. And I received $100, and I was so excited. I was so happy, and I was like, I thought in my mind that it was somebody that really that I liked. I thought in my mind that it was somebody that I had selected to be my mentor. And so I was going through something, and I asked her to pull my personal files from Human Resources, and they were open book. So I asked, I wanted to find out what was there because I had been applying for different jobs, and I did not get, different positions to better myself at the time, and I wasn't getting interviews, and I wasn't getting any jobs, okay? And I was not being selected. And so I thought, something's up. This person did this wrong to me. This person must have blocked me. This person must be talking crap about me behind my back, and da-da-da-da-da-da. There goes my mind. Suspicion, premonition, God feeling supposedly that I had. And so I went to the file, and as I'm going through the file, I'm looking through things, and I looked and came across a document of recommendation for Employee of the Month. And guess what? That one team senior lead that I thought that really hated my guts did not. She actually was the one that recommended me for Employee of the Month, and I was able to get those $100 and enjoy it and celebrate it with my family at the time. So I just wanted to go ahead and clear some of these, like, well, what is, divine revelation? The divine revelation is that it comes through the message, it comes through a tool of divination, but does not, and everybody can think however they want to. I am not here to judge you how to do this or how not to do that. Kudos to you. If this explanation is not good enough, kudos to you. Move on. That's okay. Just let it go. Move on. Why even waste time and energy on something that perhaps is making you bitter? Just move on. If it's really speaking to you and you resound with this, I hope that it helps you, that it shows you light, and that you can move forward to your success and victories, like I've always said, and I will always say that. So, that proved to me the divine revelation is that it is something that's revealed through a tool of divination. It is revealed through a sense of prophecy. And keep in mind, guys, that there's a lot of not so good reputable people out there that are just trying to get money and will feed into your fears and all that. And my readings and what I do is not about that. What I do in my readings is about encouraging you and uplifting you and moving forward in victory, even if the world is coming to an end, because you cannot help that the world is coming to an end. You cannot help maybe certain situations, but from this point to there, let's go ahead and be happy. Let's go ahead and have joy. Let's go ahead and attain our victory. Let's go ahead and attain our successes. Let's get into alignment so that with our destiny path, so we continue to be blessed in our lives. Okay? So until next time, my dear friends, love and blessings to you. And remember that divine revelation is not suspicions or paranoia.